Hey there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery, just putting out another quick video on a newer company called We Knife Company. They are cranking out some really nice high quality knives at a very affordable price. This company is another one that is coming out of China. They are CNC machined components, and I believe they are being hand fit there in the factory. So they are pretty much a semi mid-tech type knife. Definitely in the same category as the Riade knives, Reich knife, or I'm sorry, that's Riat knives. Reich knife is also another company that has started out of China as well, and this one here is We. So I wanted to throw up a quick video. I've had these three in stock for just a little bit, and I'll kind of go through the specs on each one. It is a company that, unlike most, actually does some of their own anodizing, and I'll kind of talk about that. Of course, taking a look at the three, one of them is anodized by the company, and anybody that knows the type of stuff I tend to do, I can pick the one out pretty quickly and easily. So, let's go ahead and start with that one. So I'll get these other two out of the way real quick. So the first one that I'm going to go over here is the We 603. This version has the acid stonewash blade with the flats finished in a satin finish. Very nice looking two-tone, good quality. The stonewash is nice and smooth. Has a very nice edge on it. We Knives does not do a bunch of logoing. That's their symbol on the pivot. Their little symbol on the pocket clip. As you can see, no model number on the blade, no name on the blade. The one thing that they do on the blade is they show you the steel type, which is the S35VN, and they put it in a place where it's not as noticeable. So definitely, for those of you that don't like knives that are all branded up, that's a nice little feature that they have. The 603 is a 3.7 inch blade, overall length of 8.6 inches, and is fairly light at a 5.4 ounce overall weight. Flipping action, very solid, very fast and snappy. You can hear the lockup, has a nice click to it, definitely good action. Centering on these has been pretty much perfect on each one of them that I've had in stock. To be honest, this one I ordered mistakenly. I got all excited when I saw that they were being carried by one of my suppliers, and I wasn't looking at the numbers. The only reason I didn't work on this particular knife is because of the holes in the handle. They did that to lighten it up, also for aesthetics a little bit. I just didn't really care for it to work on, because as you'll see on the other two, I've buffed them out and really done a lot of extra work to it. But they've done a nice, looks like a high voltage blue. You can see a shade of purple in some lights. Does have a solid backspacer with the lanyard that is kind of hidden. So if you look at it from the side, no lanyard hole. It's kind of cut out into the frame. And you know me, I figured I'd throw a lanyard onto it. They do make all their own titanium hardware, and it is proprietary. It is this little star-shaped deal, and it's pretty good stuff. So everything has that star, including the pivot. The lock bar has a steel lock bar insert, which again is nice because then you're steel on steel. Don't have to worry about that titanium wear. The pocket clip is titanium as well. It is just a one-piece spring clip, but it is titanium, and it does have their little Wii logo on it again. This one is smooth in the flats, and then all of the upper edges have some additional milling work to give it a little extra texture. And this one has some nice jimping at the top. But this is their standard model, one of their standard versions. This is the blue version. They do a lot of anodizing themselves. Because of that, I don't know how many of these I'll actually work on. I am putting out a couple custom versions, but overall quality, very nice. Definitely a nice new company out of China, putting some really good quality out there at a nice affordable price. If you compare them to the Riat knives, I would say that the few models I've had they're in the same category maybe as the lower end Riat knives, the Horizon C, that type of thing. And the reason I say that is just not quite as smooth as the Riats. Don't get me wrong, these are still incredibly smooth. But when you look at the higher dollar Riats, the Horizon D, the Torrent, and their new Fallout, you're paying more money as well. So you're kind of getting what you pay for. Very good quality knives in the price range. I believe this one, MAP pricing from Wii is $242.50. They do come with a nice zipper case. You've got little information about them. Really nice little cleanup cloth. And the zipper case is pretty nice. You got the nylon, but you got nice material. The knife slips in on one side. And yes, they do the right thing. They've got that proprietary hardware, but they send you the screwdriver or driver to get it off or to tighten things up. So I was very, very happy to see that. Had they not done that, I would never have been able to even work on these knives. So, very nice that they do that. Nice packaging. Really a nice little package all together. So let's go ahead and jump into the first of them that I had ordered, which is the 601. It has the black stonewash blade, and it's got that crazy grind coming up on the edge. Thing is sharp as all get out. Again, you're looking at S35 VN. Very nice finish. This actually I did up and decided to keep as one of my personal carries. I've been carrying it for about 2 months now, and it's seen quite a bit of pocket time. You can see a little bit of wear on the pocket clip, where I've caught it a little bit here and there. Very happy with this. I mean, flipping action is just stellar on it. Really flips with authority, locks right in, fits great in the hand. That nice little pocket clip just disappears into the palm of your hand. You really don't notice it at all. So this one, as you can see, I went with a yellow background, and I went with a pink to purple to blue to teal drizzle fade. I matched the hardware in each area to the fade, so you have your purple here, your purple here, even your pocket clip. We started with the light color on the fade, going into the purple, into the blue, matching up here with the hardware. And yes, I even did it back here on the back spacers to match that drizzle. Really happy with the way this one turned out. It was a killer knife. Was up for sale for just a little bit, and then I decided, you know what, for the price, I can't go wrong. So I decided to keep this one. Very happy with it. Nice slim. I do like that crazy grind that they've got on the front end of it. At some point when it dulls up, I will hit that with a wicked edge and actually make that mirror polished. Right now it has a little bit of a satin finish to it, but I will go ahead and throw a mirror polish on that. Specs on the 601, and I'm going to call this the 601 Custom because they do put lettering after each one of their models to distinguish it, depending on the anodizing that they do and that type of thing. So I'm just going to call this one 601 Custom. Throwing the lanyard on it. Blade on this one is 3.75 inches. It is the S35 VN again. And it is, again, the steel type is right there inside. No branding on the blade. Really, you only know it's a WE by looking at the hardware on it. Overall length on this one is 8.625 inches. It's a good size knife. Like I said, fits nicely in the hand. This one does have the machining up on the grind-in areas and then flats, and you got this nice groove in it. Just a very sharp looking knife. Very happy with it. The next model I did was the 608, and I just did this one. This is another one that I was considering keeping for myself. I actually ordered it in for myself, but I had something else come up, so I did it up and we're going to let it fly. I really like this Tonto blade that they put on this. You got your blood groove or your fuller groove. Again, looking at the S35 VN steel. This one, we've got gold screws on it. I've buffed this one totally out, so it comes a little bit more matte finished. I've buffed it out, gone with a purple to blue to teal fade, and I've buffed out the back spacer and the pocket clip, done it a nice gold yellow, and then all of the hardware is also done gold yellow. Now this one seemed to be a little bit more of a step up from the other two. The insides are milled out on this model. The other ones, there's a little bit of milling in that one, but this one has a substantial amount of milling. This is a much bigger knife as far as blade size. Butt to butt, they're about the same length. Yeah, they're the same length butt to butt, but when you look at the amount of steel that's in that blade versus the 601, it is substantially more. They've done a lot more milling out in it. It really fits nicely in the hand. It's a pretty slim line when you consider how big that blade is. It's got the nice jimping up top. Really very, very comfortable in the hand. I'm very happy with this one. The bearings and flipping on this are really, really nice. It's got that heavier blade, so gives you a little bit more of a substantial clunk when you get the lockup. Put a couple little fingerprints on this one. This one already sold. I don't even think it made it up on my website for a full week. Posted it on Instagram, and we actually commented that they liked the work as well, so that's always good to hear from the makers of the knife. Got a little bit of gold up here to match the gold down here. Really a very sharp knife. Again, you've got the cutout, very similar to the cutout that they did on the 601 with the 3 holes. 3 holes are a little bit closer together. This one, instead of being smooth where the main flat, or actually it's not really all that flat, it's all contoured, but you've got a lot of milling through the whole handle on this one. It's actually quite the opposite, sorry. Where it would be flats on the other models, it's milled, and then everywhere that would have been milled on the other 2 models is actually smooth, which again makes it feel really nice in the hand. So very happy with that. Flipping on it, is really nice and smooth. You've got the ball bearing system in there. Just a really good feeling knife. So overall, my thoughts on the company, definitely worth checking out. If you're in the $200 to $300 price category as far as looking for a knife, they're a very good value in that category. Like I said, this one MAP pricing was about $240, $250. This one I just sold for $280, which is above the MAP pricing because, of course, I went ahead and buffed it all out, did all the extra work. I believe when I ordered that one in, it was blue as well, just like this. But, you know me, trying to put a little bit of an extra touch, extra flair into it to make it a little different for everybody. The only reason I wouldn't do a whole lot more of these knives is they do already come anodized. So there's some work getting the anodizing off that's already on there. And when you've got a company that's already anodizing, they're already getting quite a bit of clientele because they're already putting some color into it. So I will do these kind of every once in a while. It'll be a little spotty. Won't be anything like doing the ZTs or the Reats, just because they're already putting colors on them. So it's kind of going to cut down on the marketability just a little bit for me. But as far as quality, value for your dollar, you really can't go wrong. These are some very solid knives, very nicely put together knives. And at the price point, they're definitely a top contender in that price range. I would definitely put them up against ZT. I haven't had any of the Reich knives yet. They're definitely in the category of the Reat knife, like I said before. They're not quite as expensive. Some of the Reats are a little bit more expensive, and of course with that additional expense you're looking at a couple different step-ups as far as features that they offer. A lot of the Reats are coming in with the M390 steel, hidden screws, fancier pocket clips, that type of thing. But you're also looking at a knife, and with those features in the Reat range, at anywhere from $350 pushing the $400 mark. So with additional costs, you get additional options. These are definitely in the range of the Horizon C and a couple of their other earlier models, but definitely very, very comparable quality, good quality stuff. Can't say enough. I wish they were made in China, but they are. But honestly, this is just as good a quality as most of the mid-techs coming out of the United States at a little bit more affordable price. So thank you for checking in for this video, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.